world! Look into my eyes! When you see me on a show, when you see these fans, you know you've got the best in the damn world!
This is the Wrestling Matters podcast where we stand up for professional wrestling.
Here we fucking go!
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change!
Professional wrestling! This is it! This is us standing up! Yes! 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 Yes!
That's 13-14!
Cena, I am the best in the world.
Cause that's the bottom line! Cause Stone Cold Simpson!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to, I believe it's episode 7 now of Loaded. That's right, WCPW podcast, hosted by me, Anthony Walker. Hope you guys are well. I've just finished watching WCPW Loaded, episode 7, I believe, if you can call it an episode. But it's the 7th installment of Loaded, and the last one before their major big show again, the second big show they've done, which is Stacked, which I'm guessing is next week. So, looking forward to that, no doubt. All in all, guys, a very good show. WCPW, very good product, if you will, if you can call it a product. But yeah, it kicked off with a hardcore match, which has been brewing for weeks, involving Primate and Coffey. Action-packed, hard-hitting match to begin with, as you would expect. It's a hardcore match. False count anywhere. You would expect that, quite frankly. You would actually expect that. Coffey started fast, and then Primate had the advantage and then decided to work on the ribs, which started this whole match to begin with last week. It's not a wrestling match. It was a fight, and it was a fight because the fight ended up in the crowd. It ended up in a bar area to the point where Coffey almost got a submission in the crowd, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you heard me correct. Hard-hitting fight. Susie got involved and located Primate to spear, or allowed Primate to spear Coffey through the table. And it was just hard-hitting stuff, guys. It was just a hard-hitting match. Not the best hardcore match or the best no-holds-barred match or whatever the heck they called it I've seen. But, yeah, it was a good way to kick off, and you would expect that. And Coffey ended up winning when he had Primate in the Boston Crab to the point where Primate passed out. And Coffey ended up winning the match and ended up talking to the commentator back on his way out. But Coffey gets a small measure of revenge. What's next for Coffey? He wanted Moose, and he challenged Moose to a match in WCPW. Now, that was a rematch from Built to Destroy. I believe this next one was a match from Built to Destroy. I'm trying to remember it. It was the match between Nixon, Newell and Priestley. And they basically picked up where they left off, quite frankly. Nixon doing the very best Joe Coffey impersonation. Running around the ring and jumping over the guardrail onto Priestley. Close near falls. Very good women's match. I liked it. Very much so. Yeah. Wasn't the best women's match, but hey, B. Priestley manages to get even by a tap out, a dragon sleeper with the legs hooked around Nixon Newell, and sends a message as well. And then Adam Pacitti comes out and says that he makes a match, which we all knew it was going to happen anyway. He made a match between Priestley and Newell in a last women's standing match, and the winner becomes WCPW Women's Champion. That was made for the match next week, which was the match at Stacked pay-per-view. Sorry, a little brain fart there. But anyway, the next match on this... Oh, by the way, Blampied was backstage, and he had a plan. Him and Damo had a plan for Aron. We didn't know what it was, but we soon found out what it was. Prospect in a 6-man elimination match took on Joseph Connors, Grado, and Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry with a very, very unique remix of Madonna's Like a Prayer. You have to listen to that to believe it. Team Grado was one step ahead. Miscue by Connors hits Hendry on the outside. I still think there's going to be a match somewhere down the road between them two. More on them later on, but anyway. Prospect, the mistake also got rid of Connors. Prospect get rid of Connors. He was the first one eliminated. And the mistake by Grado, low blow, gets Grado gone. And it ends up being a 3-on-1. However, that didn't stop Joe Hendry because he managed to outsmart Prospect. He got rid of Drake. And then he got rid of Archer, which saw him and Alex Gracie, go 1-on-1. And he mounts a comeback. Drake comes out, tries to help Prospect win. Prospect wanted the win. They were so desperate for the win. And then a double fall-away slam with Archer as well, because, like I said, Prospect were trying to get involved, trying to cost Joe Hendry the match. Didn't win. Didn't work, rather, and Joe Hendry gets the victory. Stevens was backstage talking to the gorgeous Jennifer Louise, and he vowed to win the WCPW title. Also, manages to show respect to Joe Hendry and asks a favour for Joe Hendry. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Grado was backstage playing Pokemon Go, and makes the biggest mistake of his life because as he was playing Pokemon Go, he walked right into Primate's room and gets his ass kicked. That's the danger of Pokemon Go, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing was Grado didn't walk up to someone's house and get a gun pointed at him. Less said about that, the better. Anywho, the match of the night was Will Ospreay and Martin Kirby. Action-packed, move for move, one move after another. Just an awesome match. You know, offense. Will started off fast with his offense. Great wrestling. You know, Kirby took control of the match, slowed the pace down. Will at points came close to winning. Kirby with some awesome offense of his own, and proving that he's not all comedy. He can wrestle, and he's underrated, no question about that. Kirby counters the horse cutter and gets a near fall. Standing Spanish fly by Will Ospreay was amazing. My favourite spot of the match. Never seen that done before, not to my knowledge anyway. And then Ospreay does a Sami Zayn DDT where he dives through the bottom ropes on the outside and then switch it and DDTs him on the outside. Springboard 450, he was on the second rope and he jumps up to the top and then does a 450, gets a near fall. And then, like I said, back and forth stuff, quick pace action, the pace slowed at times as well. And Kirby got the victory, ladies and gentlemen, after countering the Os cutter, and he hits a backslide and shocks Will Ospreay. However, Will Ospreay manages to show respect after the match to Kirby and it shoots a little bit and vows he wants a rematch with Martin Kirby. All in all, 5-star match, fantastic match, loved it so much. And you know what, when the parts come up on YouTube, I might just watch that again, because it is worth the watch. And if you missed it, guys, don't worry, you'll be able to see the parts on the WCPW YouTube page. And trust me, it's worth the watch. Now, Doug Williams is backstage talking to Jennifer about his match with Cody Rhodes, but then gets told at Stacked, the WCPW Stacked, he's going to go one-on-one with Drew Galloway. I was not too happy about it. Now, for the main event of the evening, the World Championship match involving Big Damo and Aron Stevens. It was Kennedy who Adam Blumpierre was talking to. Damo manages to slow down Aron Stevens. Damo controlling the match. Ref gets knocked down. And then, out of nowhere, and don't get me wrong, during all that, Stevens did get some shots in as well. But Damo proving he was strong. He was definitely stronger of the two. And Adam Blumpierre pumped out of his wheelchair, runs down the ringside after the ref gets knocked down, throws powder in the face of Stevens. And then Prospect come down, all wearing BX t-shirts, and try to help Damo retain the title. Hendry and Connors come out to try and spoil the party, and then Adam gets caught red-handed by Aron Stevens, goes to use the chair, doesn't work, and then super kick to the chair, goes into Damo's face, and gets Aron a near fall, because the referee, although it took long to get the count because the referee was down, and then a low blow by Adam Blumpierre rather, sorry, I've got GM on my mind at the moment. But Adam Blumpierre hits him with a low blow, gets a small measure of revenge on Stevens, and then Damo hits the power driver and gets the victory. And then all hell breaks loose after it. However, BX attacked Prospect and Damo, and BX attacked Prospect, Damo, and Adam, and they just raise hell. The lights go out, and who comes down? Rampage comes down, cleans house, clears Prospect out the ring, but wants Adam Pacitti, the GM. He wants Adam Blompier and Dame. And then Pacitti, speaking of Pacitti, comes out and makes the match for the main event for Stacked, WCPW Stacked, and makes a fatal 4-way match for the WCPW title. Damo will defend against Joseph Connors, Joe Hendry, and Rampage. It's going to be interesting next week on Stacked, ladies and gentlemen. And that about wraps this WCPW podcast up, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to check out all the other exclusive podcasts on the Wrestling Matters channel, youtube.com/AJW Wrestling Matters. Also check out the SoundCloud as well, soundcloud.com/wrestling_matters_podcast. Download it for free, and great show by WCPW. And until next time, guys, my name is Anthony Walker, saying peace out.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change!
Professional wrestling! This is it! This is us standing up!
Yes! 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 Yes!
That's 13-14!
Dina, I am the best in the world.
'Cause that's the bottom line. 'Cause Stone Cold Simpson.